Assistant John Andrews, come on up. All right. Bring your chair. Oh. Yeah. All right. We're going to take you on a little adventure now. There was a film a long time ago called Rashomon, in which the director actually told the story of the film through the characters who had experienced the same experience. In fact, in the film, you cut from one person to the next, and they were giving their own perspective, their own view on how the event happened. Like witnesses at a crime, everybody has their own version of what happens in an incident. We need a suggestion of an amazing event, a catastrophic event, a disaster that these three people shared.
Zombies.
Zombies, an attack of zombies. All right, a zombie attack. This can happen anywhere. I know this is Bucks County, it's happened often. So, we take you to an attack of zombies.
I've been working at the senior center for about 5 years. And I have to say, at first, I didn't know there was anything wrong.
I was just out on my daily stroll, walking my dog and tipping my top hat to the fellow passerbys, just like every day.
Bobby was my favorite home worker. He changed my diaper like no other.
I suppose I first started to suspect that something was wrong when an unusual number of the seniors were attempting to bite me. I mean, they try to bite you every day. It's a daily occurrence. But usually not that many. They're not so persistent. And they don't walk that much.
Today, I was headed myself to the circus. It was old folks' day at the circus. I thought I'd get me some peanuts. Old people always have peanuts and Werthers.
Bug Riley across the hall was always a chatterbox. But today, his mouth was chattering, but it wasn't words. It was bloods and brains. Imagine my surprise. I had to have him change my diaper twice after I saw Bug Riley.
It got really bad when I went to Mr. Riley's room. Now, it's especially sad to go into his room since he has Alzheimer's and it's a very terrible disease. It's not funny. He always seems to think that he's back in his heyday, going to the circus, tipping his top. Every time he starts talking about it, I just gotta beat the snot out of him. It's really sad. Really sad.
This delightful young gentleman came knocking on my door, and I said, "Good morning, sir. Do you want a peanut?" And that sucker tried to fight me. And I was like, heavens to Murgatroyd.
I'd forgotten my belt that morning, so I decided I'd have to bite him instead.
Luckily for me, I kept a shotgun under my bed. My son snuck it in when he came to visit me that one time 10 years ago.
Now, the seniors aren't allowed to have weapons. But sometimes they get them anyway, and whenever they do, I just let it slide. They might want to kill themselves, you know?
That little bugger who tried to bite my neck, I walloped him one with my cane.
Bug Riley didn't stop shaking. He couldn't stop shaking. and I could see an evil spirit in his eye that made me shudder.
Now, Mr. Riley starts waving his cane at me like he always does. I just laugh it off. Mr. Riley. Then I noticed his ear had fallen. Now that is actually unusual. See, things do tend to flake off the seniors, but usually not ears. They tend to keep those. That's what I thought. Mr. Riley is looking awfully dead and reanimated.
I noticed I was getting rather famished, and I wanted my cute little orderly to come on back so I could just take a nibble off of his cheek, like when all old people nibble on people's cheeks. It's harmless because half of us don't have any teeth.
He said it would just be a nibble, so I thought, okay.
That's how I got his ear.
I walked into Bug Riley's room to find Bug Riley making out with the order. Danged if I wasn't jealous.
Jealous much, I said?
So I got my shotgun.
There were a rapping on my door just to get a piece.
I wasn't really attracted to Bug Riley, I was attracted to the orderly because he's young and meaty. I mean, it's strong kind of way.
Well, it had been working out. So I wasn't surprised that so many of the seniors were unusually attracted to me. But then I noticed that Morty had a shotgun. Now, Morty, I said, you know you're not supposed to have that. And then he started to cry like he always does.
I decided I should console Morty with a little nibble on his neck.
After Bug Riley started giving me a hickey, I knocked him away with the butt of my shotgun. But Bug was still awake. Thankfully. Because the story gets better.
Well, it was about that time that I started to crave human flesh. Now, normally I don't crave human flesh. And believe me, the working in the senior center really makes you not crave it. But for whatever reason, here I was wanting some human flesh. But good thing old people have so much extra skin.
Brought to you by the Council on Aging.